Tony Dye, UCLA junior safety, with us right now. Tony, you go from Andrew Luck to Case Keenum. What's the difference between those two pretty highly regarded quarterbacks?
I don't see much of a difference in terms of who's better and who's a little bit worse. But of course, both very good quarterbacks. Different style throwers. We got Case Keenum's a little bit more of a dart thrower. Andrew Luck can throw the deep ball a little bit more, a little bit well. But not a knock on either one of them. They can both do both of those things. But not much of a difference in my eyes. They're both very good quarterbacks.
Tony, 35-0. What's that mean to you?
It means a lot to me. It's a pride thing, to be honest with you. The discipline's been a lot greater, since that Sunday afterwards, because that's something we were lacking a little bit around here. So coach has been buckling it down. The seniors, older guys like myself, have been buckling it down. We're just trying to erase that from our minds and come out and prove to everybody that was a fluke for us.
Tony, you guys have had success in the pass defense so far. How much of a factor is the lack of success you've had against the run? For the relatively low passing numbers against you guys, or have you guys just shut passing games down?
I think when the passing game has come our way, we've really showed up. People have hit one here and there, but other than that, I think we've had pretty tight coverage. So I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I think we're pretty well off pass coverage. We'll be tested very well this week. So.
What does Case Keenum do so well? Rick Neuheisel said that he has a very quick arm and he reads the system well. How important is that going to be to shut down just his reads and maybe mix him up a little bit?
Yeah, I think like I said, like Coach Neuheisel said, he's a quick dart thrower. He can get that ball out of there quick as soon as he sees that read. But I think it's a combination of him and his receivers. His receivers are very good at reading coverage and finding soft spots in coverage. So I think we're going to do a very good job of disguising, rerouting, all that, so we can take away those soft spots and take away those quick reads.
I think the stat is that they have 5 guys with over 100 receiving yards so far. When you're shutting down a passing attack like that, when it's not necessarily going to one guy, how does that change how you guys prepare?
To be honest with you, in my mind, I don't see it as much of a difference preparation-wise, because every week we go into it saying every receiver will catch this ball and that ball. So everybody's a threat. If they're out there on the field, they can catch football. So we just got to be aware of everybody.
Last couple things I have for you is Andrew Luck was able to run a little bit against you guys, probably unexpected. How do you guys work on containment when maybe Case Keenum's probably not going to be the running threat, but you probably didn't think Andrew Luck would be either?
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, we didn't really expect that coming from Luck. And, he broke our containment a couple of times, but we're going to do some things, this and that, to scheme it up. So that kind of thing doesn't happen to us again. So those little things they catch us. That's an X factor. Unfortunately, we didn't expect Andrew Luck to run, and he ran. So we'll do some things scheme-wise to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Last thing I have for you, can embarrassment or can wounded pride, can that translate into the next week, do you think? Is that something that you guys can take, maybe the disappointment out of the Stanford loss and translate it 7 days later?
Oh yeah, we're talking about, it's exactly like you said, it goes from embarrassment Sunday, and as the week goes on, it turns into more of an angry pride type thing. We want to prove ourselves, so I think it's gonna help us on Saturday. I think so. We've caught a lot of crap the last 2 games, and it's kind of building up right now. And I think that combined with the discipline that we've shown this last week, I think we're really probably going to unleash on Saturday.
Good stuff. Tony Dye, UCLA junior safety. Thanks, man.